very small errands I need to run.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go hit it all up and
All right, I'm in, guys.
whatever.
Or gotta go or fight me or whatever.
No, it hasn't come across yet.
Acting plate. Kinda.
Takes a minute.
I titled this stream Morning Joe. Just because I never do the morning thing.
No,
Give it a minute or show.
it doesn't show that it's locked out or anything, does it?
Now, no. Acting. Hang on. I backed out. I'm gonna.
I should have given it enough slots. It should be set up for enough slots, but
Trying again.
oh, there it goes.
Yeah, there was a minor odd I had to.
The Colossus pack.
Yeah.
I apparently had it on the last time I was on this map, and I forgot to turn it off. Because I do that. I use that pack especially for like multiplayers to kind of edit things off stream.
Yeah.
And then I try to go back in and remember to turn it off, but I must have not got it this last time.
Okay. I may go only about say an hour or so because I got errands to. I want to get done.
That actually
Projects.
took me to the end of my stream, anyways.
Well, that's what I was hoping. Little bit.
We're potato harvesting, and there is a I don't know what you call it. It's like a grain cart, but it's made for potatoes.
Okay.
Um, there is also a field that needs to be mulched. There might be some more hay to cut for silage or grass to cut for silage, but I haven't gotten that far to look yet.
Who's full? I got the.
I've just
I
emptied,
am.
so I'm good at the minute.
I am. Our and basically what we'll we're this will fill up that cart, and then but the tipper or whatever you want to call it isn't too far away.
Yeah, let's see. I got oil to change and ours split. I gotta do. Oh, and that is on. I gotta get done or Katie and the kids, they're back there for, and
Uh-huh.
I gotta shut the power off to the kitchen circuit, place all the outlets and lights, switches and stuff. Well, some of them are just wore out, but we're no renovation kind of thing. That's been on my power off it.
Yeah.
Home maintenance.
Yeah. Alan. So many other home maintenance projects, I guess, dig my rental. Oh, speaking of that, Chris, I talked to Derek a little bit. Got his now.
Nice. Yeah, he tried to call me a few weeks ago, but he picked a night that I was over at my mom's. So
Well, we didn't get to talk too. The way this loads, but yeah. Anyway, I was kind of neglecting stuff at my house because it's going on other houses.
yeah,
Dump what you got. And the oil,
that's what
and the oil change is just cars. I always do them twice a year. Basically, I do them twice a year. Right before winter gets cold, and then right before oils is fresh and has all its additives for when it's going to get worked.
yeah.
Well, 4 vehicles that would drive regularly. I'd say it's a lot to keep up on, but well, for example, like my pickup, I usually do a once a year change on. I always change it. I already did it. I actually looked at the mileage between that, and I'd only I'd only put like 2,500 miles on it in a year.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's because I was a little bit in home type stuff, and it takes some longer because I do take it. My commuter and the grocery getter, and even they don't get. They're the ones hardest, I guess.
Yeah. I'm full.
Okay, Data's
Yeah.
well, casual. How things been with you? I guess I haven't caught your stream lately, so haven't.
Just plodding along, getting things done. Been going good though.
How are things over there? I mean, start getting cooler this time of year for you guys too, or?
It has. We've also had quite a lot of rain past few days. It is definitely getting cooler.
the other thing is the days and stuff when I get off real job, can't get outside stuff done. Lights and
We've got another warning for heavy rain next. I think it's tomorrow. We've had flood warns out, so
you're not near any rivers or
I'm basically on
coastline.
this. I'm in a seaside town, but where I am, I'm kind of on a hill. So
Okay.
it should be fine.
Well, I guess that's what I was asking is exactly at Brad of because even like where me and Chris are graphically different. Why did they put the unloader on this?
I don't know.
Let me come around. I'll catch you at the end. But even where we are, like with me, I'm at foothills of mountains where rivers and such cut through to get out to the plains. So yeah, there's waterways, and you live kind of like right next to them or very near them. Flood risk, and like snow melts. That's a problem. Like where Chris is, this town experienced some significant flooding. Well, I don't know. That's been a few years. Oh, he's kind of far away from a major river in lowland.
Yeah.
Enough rain in it. I just don't know the geography much there.
Right.
How high, and looked it up.
I'm right on the seafront, but I am on a hill, slight hill. So if it does flood, I think it'll be the seafront that gets it first.
That's kind of it, though. I've never. I've been to our
Yeah.
ocean. I don't even know that'd be probably walk or quick drive, the ocean seas edge. That
I'm 5-10 minutes away from town.
okay. See that I think.
Town's pretty much.
Yeah, I'm near
Pretty much
mountains.
on the seafront.
Yeah, I'm near mountains, which I think's pretty cool. Like just look out over the sea and just not be able to see anything.
Yeah.
As far as just seems pretty wild to me.
Yeah.
Not something to get to.
I don't see the sea from where I am. I just see a lot of houses. It's about 5-10 minute walk down the road, and I'm at the seafront, pretty much.
Right, Chris, you're gonna probably be full when you get down here, or hang near.
Yeah, I'm like 80%.
You want to know roughly?
Hey,
I'm
Chief.
close to Europe.
How you doing this morning?
Okay, so you're kind of, I guess, southern end.
Southeast coast, as they call it.
Yeah, and my only connection, is vicariously, mainly the, like Clarkson's farm. Okay, and I know a little bit as when he makes jokes and stuff, about locales and things. I know it's a lot lost on me or American viewers because I just don't know maybe it's a socioeconomic kind of joke or whatever. It's like, oh, like we have, it's like, okay, we can make a funny joke about Detroit or something. Like you might not get it because you don't know what that would mean.
Yeah.
Good. What's going on this morning, Chief?
If you look at a map, if you look for the town of or Dover,
Oh,
pretty much on that coastline.
Okay.
working this
I'd have
morning.
to up out of the game. Just gives me an idea about.
If you look for Dover, which is a big port here,
Okay.
pretty much on that coastline.
I had that kind of goes into talking about the giveaway stuff and the
Tell me more. Yeah, because we
and
haven't talked.
no, and the stuff I was gonna send to casual. I was like was thinking about trying to find some Nebraska things.
Oh, that deal. Yeah. Yeah, we talked.
Maybe not just necessarily all Nebraska things. Maybe some USA things too. But
Yeah. Well, I think I commented on stream on that. Dorothy Lynch came to mind just because
yeah,
because that's a very, I mean, it's Nebraska based, but I mean it's very regional. Does
yeah,
outstretch, but it's like even out here and consider the entire United States, I'm not that far away, and you can find it, but it's not. It's just not a thing. Like especially a restaurant
yeah,
there, other than chain restaurant, good local restaurant. It's an option. That was one that came to mind. Because yeah, me and Primigan did this. Oh God, back in like.
Well, I sent casual the video.
And well, and here's the deal. And I I don't type fast when I'm actually, but but what I wanted to kind of I'm coming, Chris. When what I wanted to kind of comment there too, though, is we talked off stream about it, sending stuff, and it was, and I forget how much, but it was a sizable package, but it cost like $100 to get there to Austria for me to send, and I forget video if you want to much, but he was able to send much more than I was able to. I mean, I don't remember if we talked about like, okay, like here's kind of a budget. I think we kind of had a loose budget of like, I want to say $20-$30, not maybe $50. I didn't want him putting him. Didn't want putting. But anyway, beside the point, there was a ton of stuff, and I asked, like, well, how much did this cost you? And after the conversion rate, like, for him to send more stuff, kind of more stuff, or more weight. Actually, it was more weight because he sent like beer and sodas and stuff too, liquids, and it was like, I can't remember exactly, but it was something like $35, 35. Like it was cheap comparatively.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I know a lot of that's all the custom. And I'm trying to think, I'd have to go back and watch the video. I think we sent like something like, I feel like it was like Oreos, but it was like not just regular Oreos. They have that flavor. There were some other candies, or like I said, it wasn't uniquely like Alaska, Colorado, whatever regional stuff. It was American. Maybe Jolly Ranchers, I think. Like they don't have those. Something like that.
Probably do, just a different version.
Well, you guys probably do. This was Austria. Could a little bit different. But yeah,
Yeah.
UK, you guys get a lot of, and there's a lot of crossover. Just different things. Like one thing that comes to mind is the Cadbury. Like it's called Dairy
Yeah.
Milk, guys, I guess, and for us it's
Yeah.
just, but it's not. To me, that's a weird name for what it is.
Mm.
Or well, it's something seems more generic.
They do a lot of chocolate stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's chocolate from Hershey, but I don't know. Europe or Europeans, they're the chocolate. They're the real
Mm.
chocolate experts, I think. But
I have
Chief,
noticed there's a lot of I have watched similar videos to your one. A lot of stuff that's either been renamed over there or been renamed over here.
I don't know. Some of it
Because,
um,
seems like renaming just for the sake of renaming.
mm,
I get when you get to some Asian countries and certain.
mm.
Chief, I did pre-order it. I used Truckin's code. I got it about
Here, you just stay there. I'll come around.
3 weeks, a month ago.
Mm.
I ordered the one with I just got the harvester and the swather, the basic pre-order.
Oh, Chris, I know that one of the things they're talking about is sending him like go fast.
Well, that I
Even
was
though
kind of
they've kind of made that an international brand. I mean, American
What's next?
and you know, um, potatoes. Are we dumping them right?
I'll take care of them. There's
Okay.
mulching to do, and I'm getting um I'm getting the
I'm riding along with
mower
them guy, so I'll go wherever he
going.
goes. I'll ride along.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna go over by where the pickup is.
Okay, well, I'll just ride along.
A free ride.
That's one thing. I don't know though, Chris. Liquid. I don't know. Maybe the UK is a bit different in the, or well, getting out of liquids though. Or seem like harder to, well, potentially
Mm.
because of custom getting it out of the.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a problem getting in there. It's more. I would just actually, if you do any liquids, I think what I did is I didn't declare it, but I like put it in a bag, like sealed, like a Ziploc, but then I
Yeah.
taped it
Yeah.
shut, and I put it in a bubble wrap, but also a box too. So, and well, that's the thing. Like the Dorothy lamp, granted, nice.
Well, and I can get those kind of small.
Well, I was gonna say, don't they have? I feel
So
like
they have smaller sizes.
yeah, there's almost like
There's
like a
kind of
travel
technically
size sort
two
of.
different. There's kind of technically two different flavors because the one I don't like but they're like very minuscule in the difference. But the one's just enough different that I don't care for it as much as the other one.
Guess I didn't know
Yeah,
the
there's a.
one
I don't even know. I don't even. Maybe I think it's called a French style, and then there's another one that's not. I can't remember what
well,
it's.
and that's
I just know
hilarious.
one's dark. I just know one's darker than the other one.
Well, that's hilarious because I mean, Dorothy Lynch to me is just French dressing. What that really is, but just like well, a little more sugar and black pepper ground,
Yeah.
coarsely ground. So it's funny that they have like a French version. Isn't that what the isn't that what the basis of it is? Anyway,
Well,
okay.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just know it's made in Nebraska. I don't know.
Actually, my sister got well, they were doing some marketing for the firm. She
Hmm.
did recently did some marketing headquarters. Kind of neat. Even though, unlike like runs a yeah, that'd be a thing back in dry ice. You know.
Yeah.
And
Well, that would
that
be
that'd be fun.
easier if he ever makes this. I told him if he ever makes this trip to the U.S., especially if he goes to Oklahoma, like I figure that's someplace that like you and I could maybe meet up in Kansas and head down and see him for a day or something. Yeah,
Why would you
I
want to
could
go to
bring.
Oklahoma? See,
I
there's
could bring something like that with us down there or something.
yeah. Well, actually, Oklahoma's not too damn far away from me. Or, I mean,
Well,
you
that's what I
know,
said. You could meet me in like Hayes, and then we could go down.
yeah. Well, it depends on where it is. It'd probably be
I think Oklahoma City. So
I've got a
that's
friend in Oklahoma City. Is whether he's going to be free when I come over.
yeah,
okay. No, it's just odd because, like where, well, not so much me, but where I'm from, Chris here, is what known to us or around here is like fly, and Oklahoma is part of that is flyover.
Hmm.
Like for everybody that lives on the coasts, because it, it's all the same, but it's like to city folk, it's all the same. So it
Hmm.
see unless you're into
It is
I mean, Oklahoma City is a
farming
metropolitan
state, isn't it?
area, so that's a little different. But
Oklahoma's a farming state anyway, isn't it?
well, yes, yes, yeah. That whole, if you look at the United States, that whole north to south there, that's all
That is
the
beautiful.
bread basket is what. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean it does stretch towards the
Hmm.
our eastern two country. We have two mountain range
Yeah.
hills of one of the larger nations. Can't can't do much. They do, but actually, farming that area is probably closer, and that's on the eastern side of the country, is probably closer to like how it is your your country or where the farming area is,
Hmm.
where it's what I want to say uh smaller fields that are broken up because of geography and
Hmm.
again more rocks and where we're from and well, comparatively the rock situation is really much of a
Get many rocks and foods around here.
So, Chief, you got the collector's edition.
Well, I guess when that, if that, or when trying to make something work out, you know.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. Maybe we can make something work out. And
Yeah, well, and Chris, talking days or something. Yeah, because you know, I would take I-70.
yeah,
70 goes that direction.
yeah.
Then we got to go south somewhere.
Using what's its code? Do you get much off when you buy the game?
On that, no. But on my one DLC, and I don't know if it was because it'd been out for a while, but um, I got a bunch off because I think that one Hay DLC cost me like $3.
I just wondered.
Um, let's see. I've used, yeah, this is the third time I've used his code. I know XR is trying to go for silver. So they've been there. You know, if you want to use a code, there's that one too. And average is in to try and get in, but they haven't ever let them know yet.
Just like a partner program.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, the partner program. So, I've been using truckins, and sometimes it gives you a discount. Sometimes it just depends. I think like because the game is, you know, the new one and stuff, they're not going to, but it still goes, like the points or the whatever still goes to them. So.
Yeah. Oh, just curious.
Um, it's just something I haven't ever used anybody's code and
No, nor have I.
before, and then I finally decided that I should start doing it, and kind of another way to just show support to some of those streamers we watch. So
Well, and that's the thing. If it's it anyway.
yeah, well, that, and then it's like um also watch these guys, watch these guys. So
Yeah.
and talk to these guys, and so just another way to show support for some streamers. You were asking what was in the giveaway box. So there's a really nice water bottle. There are a bunch of different shirts. Most of them, majority of them are actually in my size. There's socks, which I forgot about till last night, and there is a couple of wrist, like those rubber wristbands.
Okay.
Magnets. There's a bunch of mouse pads.
Have you figured out how your tool or whatever,
Yeah,
winner or
actually,
whatever, and how, you know?
yeah, actually, Casual actually helped me test it out last weekend.
Okay. Because I did one, way back in the day, like in, gosh, part of my Barn Fresh series. I mean, that 2013, and the hardest part was getting in contact, getting the info from the person who it's like, hey, you won, But I didn't. I kind of did it a little bit out aid of a tool.
Yeah.
Too. That was
well. So what I've got, I can change the keyword to enter if I want to, but basically it's the exclamation point, and then I think right now it says just giveaway, and I have to hit the start in order for it to work, and then it'll run. It seems to apparently run until I tell it to stop, and then it picks a winner.
and then somehow it'll.
No. It just says like, well, Casual won, and then somehow we've got to get into contact.
Okay. Well, I mean, it at least says, "Hey, give me your."
No.
Then.
Nope. It says on the screen who won. So it says on my screen who won. So
Doesn't really track. See, that was the thing that was.
well, no, but that's where I figure I'm gonna have to get I'm gonna have to have a notebook and paper sitting here so that I can keep track of who won, and then
Or I guess make a spreadsheet pops up out of the game. Well, write it down and then maybe that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then I think I'm gonna do like what Truckin does, which is you've got to I'll have to set it up. I'll have to give out my I've got my Discord stuff in there anyways, but basically you're gonna have to jump onto my Discord so that I can get the mailing information from you.
That's actually good. Yeah, make them, and then you get another member to keep.
Because that's what Truckin does, and what I've seen him do like last year was when you won something off of his charity stream, he's like, well, you got to get a hold of me in Discord. Oh, one journey. Doing good.
Well, sounds like you got it kind of figured out.
Yeah, I've got it. I got it kind of. Thank you. If you're wondering what we're talking about, One Journey, next week is the start of a charity stream for breast cancer awareness.
It's come around quick. I didn't realise it was next week.
Yeah, it start because I guess we're doing it all month long. I think he does it like there's one weekend in particular. It's a push, but for the most part, it's supposed to be all month long. But it's a part of Trek and Jay's breast cancer awareness charity stream next month, and one of the streamers that partake in that. Yeah, because Average and I were talking last night about if I had everything set up and everything, and I'm like, well, for the most part, I already have. Because what I did last year is I hid everything from last year, and then I locked it down so that it didn't just pop up. So it's like it's all there, ready to go. I got maybe a couple things I need to check into, and um, but for the most part, everything's already set up for me. I just gotta turn on all the. I gotta check my QR code though and make sure that that's the correct one. We were playing Ravenport. Um, it was the base map for 19.
Got the just the right size of feet. Big enough
Yeah.
that there's stuff to do, but not like overwhelming where it takes hours or for us the way we'd go multiple streams to get something done because we don't go just like hours like at a time like big boys.
Yeah, it's a multiplayer. I got casual with me and Junkman.
I'm off last second.
Yeah, we're trying to finish this
I
mulching.
out done pass and I might
Well, I got about 25 minutes left in stream.
well I was gonna say it's according to
I've
been on for 40.
Before you jumped in, I was telling Casual I've got to after stream I got to run up and go get chairs for the girlfriend because her son's birthday is tomorrow and she's throwing a big birthday party and she needs more chairs. So
Hang on.
This is the GPS mod.
Test.
Yeah, I try to help her out when I can. Yeah, this is the GPS mod. I don't, I, I don't know. It took me about half an hour to learn with YouTube videos. It is on ModHub. Um, if you're gonna get FS25, it's gonna be in the base game. I've been using it. Well, when I had it in 19 because that's when I switched over to PC. Um, basically, there's only three key sets you really need to know to run it. Or at least that's what I feel. It's can be once you get used to it can be pretty easy to run. It's one of those mods I can't live without. Did we lose Casual?
No, well, I'm
No,
back in.
yeah.
Hang on, I
Well,
phone rang.
I
Phone rang.
heard you, but I was like, I didn't know if we lost Casual or not.
No, you didn't lose me. I just had
Okay.
to sort out my phone.
Yeah, Katie. That important. Well, I better case car broke down or something. Couldn't, but no. about done with this grass here, so. I think to put my phone on silent.
The Jumpman, do you get much snow for where you are? Because I know Bull Crusher gets quite a bit.
They get more out there.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, actually, it's already, well, not exactly right exactly where I live, but my elevation, a few thousand feet higher, has already gotten snow, or middle of last times. But you know, it can. Well, you get high enough, and I used to, or kids, I guess. Let me just put it that way. You know, when I used to go motorcycling, it could be middle of July, summertime, but at like above 10,000 feet, it could snow.
Oh,
Summer.
yeah.
You know, it's not like it sticks around, but it'll be. Actually, I have some videos of it was like 72 at the trailhead started, and then at the top above timberline, on top of basically the Continental Divide, I was riding it, clouds were rolling in, or I was riding through clouds, and then all of a sudden started snowing. And of course, I'm on top of a mountain peak or ridge, and winds blowing up the mountain, so it was clouds are below me, so it was snowing up, kind of. But but let's see, we're getting into October. It's almost October. Halloween's about a month away, so we got to think about it. But it will usually snow my elevation in or around Halloween. Like it's kind of can be almost tradition that, you know, now that I got kids and stuff, go out trick or treating and all that stuff, and it'll start snowing while we're trick or treating. You know, so that's kind of a thing, and it can do that back where Chris is too. Yes, it's kind of less.
Gets quite a bit of snow, or he's had quite a bit of snow. One time. Get it every so often, but half the time it doesn't stick.
Well, and that's the thing, and both of us have middle of winter and have like I'm talking Fahrenheit here, mid 60s, close to 70-degree days in the middle of winter too. Sure, those are comfortable.
Casual, one journey is asking, how is your journey?
My journey's good. Up and down the field.
Up and down the field. I can remember a couple years of trick or treating in the snow here, but not every year. Most of the time it's not, but every once in a while.
One thing I never did as a kid was trick or treat.
Really? I mean, I guess I had just assumed it was a little universal. But developed work. Yes.
I agree. Well, I mean, me and Junkman both did, but my 10 was like 188, and we would go to every house every year. And then I remember one year there was a house that don't in a small town you know pretty much everybody. I did know this lady. Um, she was an older lady, and um, we knocked on her door to trick or treat. There's like I think 4 of us, and she opens the door, looks at all of us, screams, and slams the door in our face. And it was like, oh no.
Yeah, in a rural area, trick or treating is very much different. It's a lot of large groups. Sometimes, like I know, dad kind of, but hay kind of like a hay rack ride. You have the hay flatbed, like hay trailer. Every kid from town or local town, even if farm came in, we added a main ever. He hopped on and then drove around town, the small town, around the town, and kids would hop off the trailer and houses. Old, it was an event for everybody. Like of course the old people loved it, but even then else, participated. Most people participated. But you're talking about like town I graduated in, or those two towns, which were about 8 to 10 miles apart, total like voting population 300. Yeah, so you're talking like under 2,000 people. A little different in kind of the suburbs of metro areas, but even then it's very but it's just like because there's so many houses, it takes you most of the night to get around like blocks if you really want to hit every single house that has a light on or loot of.
I've seen a couple of videos of people trick or treating in the US. A lot of people leave the candy outside in a bowl.
Well, that's more of a newer thing, but sometimes the reason that is because those houses are, they have kids of their own, so it's like they're out and about, so they can't be home to hand it out. So yeah, but then also another thing, it's more like too is it then they can kind of think that you'll see like almost like pranks.
Yeah. No, one thing, they certainly go out all out for the Halloween over there.
Oh, I'm not one of them, but there are people that's serious. It's mostly the people that are going to have like a party, more young adult kind of crowd. But yeah, they'll decorations and stuff. I mean, we got some neighborhood here that have, probably thousands of dollars in like art display type stuff, and it's pretty creative stuff. Lights. Yeah. I mean, some of these go more all out than like at Christmas place.
Well, I've seen a couple. I know they do it at the Christmas lights as well, where they actually have the lights go to music.
Yeah, that's the thing that's there's a couple in my neighborhood that do that, and then Yeah. Well, I think just because some of that technology, but is it's like the streaming and become more accessible.
Yeah,
But in used to the early ones, you kind of had to be a computer programmer to think to get all these little Arduino stuff to wanted to do. Now, like, hey, this is a thing you can buy, and then just download this code and then adjust it. Here's the tutorial on how to adjust it to make it whatever you want it to do. I think that's a lot of it. Of course, I know, well, even in parts of the world where electricity and stuff is a little scarce or expensive and all that, like, kind of excess.
yeah.
And but even back in the day with traditional filament bulbs were less energy. Like, you're not talking like us gaming or my rig, whatever, probably using just at idle the same amount of power as like all it's like
Yeah.
all those lights.
The RGB I've got in here, yeah.
And it's only for a short. So I don't know. I feel like it's like those kind of.
If they got the money, why not?
Well, yeah, and it's kind of just it's a thing that's
Yeah.
it. There's a little bit to say. You feel different when you start seeing those lights go up and. All right, well, probably shut.
And I'm getting down to the end. I was